Hello and welcome back to our fourth episode of Labyrinth of Thieves. We are your hosts and storytellers here from Wanderlustdnd, rested and recovered from the revelations last time and ready to dive into tonight's episode. But before we jump in, I do believe all of you leveled up last game, so we'll just roll some hit die. So go ahead and tell us what you rolled.
We're doing it alphabetically?
I mean, it doesn't really matter. Who's ever rolled can roll that. If you rolled a 1, you can re-roll. Don't worry.
Nice even 3.
Yay, wizards!
4!
Awesome.
8.
Wow. All right. Beefy warlock.
5.
5. Okay.
Can somebody help me out with my hit dice here? Because I have access to nothing.
Rogue? Is that a
Yeah.
D8?
It's a D8, I believe it is.
Wait.
Yeah.
I got a 6.
You got a 6 plus your con.
Mm-hmm.
8 total. Cool. We'll make note of that. Awesome. Lovely. Well, I think that's everybody. So without further ado, we can get started. And briefly discuss that last time there was a murder on board the Silver Countess. Ambassador Gustav Visor, envoy to Manira's Conclave of Industry, was found dead. And his murderer hiding amongst you all and the other passengers on board. Over a series of interrogations and revelations, the 5 of you banded together to try to solve this mystery. Gizmo looking over the clockwork spider, known as the murder weapon. Fenris and Cashé interviewing suspects. Al focused on supplying lavish cocktails to loosen their tongues.
Loosening the lips.
Exactly. And Revenant used his keen eyes for detail to search through everybody's belongings, because that's what rogues do. Revelations and secret plots were slowly revealed, and in many cases brought more questions than answers. After learning more about the poison used on the ambassador, Gizmo came forward to expose a package filled with similar items that he was asked to deliver to someone in Manira once he arrived. To make matters worse, Revenant appeared out of nowhere with torn pages from the ambassador's diary claiming he had found them under Caché's bed. In the end, you all connected the dots and honed in on a prime suspect. Enethær, the Altane's nanny, who Cashé was tasked to protect. When you confronted her, she vanished, and a daring chase ensued as you scrambled to try to protect the children. But Enethær managed to grab Ronnie and climb to the top of the ship, and that's where you learned the true name behind the murderer, the radical group known as Avasha Isles. And as we fade back into this tense moment, following Enethær's multiple failed attempts to escape, she now sits, head down in front of all of you. You all stand around her. And as I change the music here, I will ask, what would you all like to do?
I'm gonna stay with kind of arm on her shoulder and hand out. Hand out to stop Cashé from coming closer with the manacles.
Okay.
So essentially, we're still at the top deck, right?
You are at the top deck of the ship at the moment, right where she nearly flung herself off the side of it. She's currently sitting down on the ground. Fenris has her arm on Enethær's shoulder. The rest of you are kind of circled around, kind of taking in this whole scene at the moment.
I would defer such matters to Cashé, considering they are your charge.
After the attempt and endangerment of a child, I think the manacles go on.
Fine. I'll hold out my hand for the manacles then.
I will step around and attempt to put them on myself.
Okay.
Don't trust me.
Someone I thought I trusted has just murdered someone. And I look back at the diary.
She currently has her head down. She's not looking at any of you. However, there's one thing that you do notice as you get closer. You see that her arm, the one that was holding the clockwork spider, is currently starting to twitch. And you see veins going black as the arm was covered in the poison. And she seems to just be going quiet and letting that arm just start to twitch madly next to her.
We all recognize this as being poisoned.
None of you are really medical focused, so I would say
I
you're
have
very
proficiency in
intelligent.
alchemist supplies.
I mean, I'd say at the moment you know that the spider's burst on her arm, and
Okay.
her breathing is starting to get ragged as well, which is something that the poison does. Is they attacks the lungs first.
Would I not, in any of my military medical experience, have seen anything like this then?
With your medical military experience, nothing quite as what's the word? Wow, it's right on the tip of my tongue. It's almost like it's starting to eat away some of the skin and going into the veins of her arm and everything. So it's not pleasant. You might not have seen this exact, but you've seen some pretty horrific things in your time of war.
Her arm's being eaten alive.
Wouldn't know if
Pretty
anyone on the-
disgusting.
Could I
Al's like, that's gross.
could I go
That's
try
nasty.
cure wounds on that?
Okay, you can attempt, yeah.
This might
You
help.
cast.
Just put my arm around it and I'll cast cure wounds at second level.
At second level. Bear with me there while I check your wounds real quick. I should know this. I used the spell enough.
Well, they get back 11 hit points if it needs any.
Awesome. Okay, I'll make note of that. Okay. As you do this, you do see some of the other kind of abrasions start to heal on her face and on her body. However, the arm is still quite dark, and she's not as bad as she was, but this looks more like a condition than just missing hit points at the moment.
Al, can you find our botanist?
Say that again.
Can you find our botanist?
The botanist. I suppose I can go looking. I'll be back in a second.
Okay. Al, you're heading downstairs?
I will leave Humphrey up here to relay any chaos, or if she dies, and then go and try and find, with some haste, the botanist.
Okay. Okay.
What's her
Go
name
ahead.
again?
Miss Alaric, I believe it was.
Miss Alric.
Professor
Danny
Alaric.
Balric?
Okay, I will go and look for her.
All right, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Perception. Okay. Ooh, very good. 24.
24. Okay. Immediately as you come down the steps, the lounge is still full of everybody, but they're all a bit panicked. They're all kind of wildly looking around because all they saw was someone come into the room, grab the child, and bamf away. So everybody's just a little bit stressed at the moment. You do see,
It's just running after her.
and then everybody running after her. So you do see Belzal is currently crying. Did you say you left Humphrey up on the deck, or was he always down in the lounge? Did you bring him up with you?
Oh no, sorry, he was down on the lounge, wasn't he? He was with the children and stuff, I think.
Okay,
Yeah.
so he
Well,
currently he's sitting
Okay.
next to Humphrey, like holding on to Humphrey. And you actually
Mhm.
also see with that roll, Taurus, the other Clockforge, has his sword out, and he is guarding Belzal at the moment, and kind of like wildly looking around. It's almost like people have kind of clustered together around the Belzal to kind of keep an eye on him. As well as the apprentice. But you do see Alric there kind of look up at you as you approach.
As I run down the stairs, I'll kind of stop and go, Professor Alric. Oh, everybody. Oh, well, specifically you, but I was just curious. Does anyone here have... Oh, by the way, everything's okay upstairs. We dealt with the murderer. All fine, child safe. Perfect. However, anyone any experience with poison? She seems to have poisoned herself before we have had a chance to interrogate her. So...
You just see the professor.
Can anyone on this
You
flight
watch-
fly an airplane?
yeah. We seem to be crashing rapidly.
Learn to
There
fly.
are snakes on this
Yeah.
plane.
What?
As you're saying this, she's like following the storytelling very, very intently, and she's kind of, darling, I just did poison analysis about 10 minutes ago in front of you. Yes, I know about poisons.
Of course, yes, sorry. Well, that's why I was looking for you specifically, but I thought
Very
I'd,
good. Bring me
open it to
to
the
her
floor.
now.
Let's go,
We
let's
are
go.
wasting
Yes, okay,
time.
all well. Humphrey, you stay there. You look like you're doing a great job.
You just get a mix of confusion and just like worry as he's like slowly patting the child on the head.
I give him a thumbs up and run upstairs.
He does with his little.
Yeah.
You run upstairs. Alric follows you, and at this point, Al, as you're coming around as well, you see that the Solander warrior, the big paladin tiefling woman, she's also coming up the other side of the stairs, kind of keeping an eye on everybody, and she's kind of motioning over to some of the crew members who are also wildly looking around. Everything is just a little bit tense at the moment. So as you are running up the stairs, while that was happening, the rest of you, what were you doing with Enya now sitting? Cashé, you put on the manacles?
I probably would have stopped her from putting on the manacles if her arm is all mangled.
Well,
my
there's
fault.
one on her good hand. There's one on my wrist as well.
Oh, so you're locking her to you.
Yes.
Ah, okay. All right, so you can successfully lock her into the manacles, one on your arm, one on her arm. Revenant, are you doing anything?
Mm-hmm. I'm just watching.
Okay. Such a lurker in the background. As you get close, Cashé, you do notice that it appears Enya's actually wearing like a tight jumpsuit. Just staring at the woman who's dying. You see that she's wearing kind of like a tight like jumpsuit almost underneath her regular clothes. And is just... Actually, Al's not there, so no. You don't see anything else?
Okay, interesting. I will wait for Al then.
No, now he's not there. You don't get it. Okay, Al, you return. Professor also comes up.
Well,
Yes,
I think the Betty is just about ready to see you now.
Very good, very good. So you watch as the professor goes down and kind of bends down and puts on gloves really quick and begins to kind of examine the arm. Enya does nothing. She just sits there. Professor takes a moment kind of analyzing everything. She pops her glasses down again and then looks up at all of you. I study poisons. I understand this woman is poisoned. You probably have about 20 minutes before she perishes. Does anybody have anything to help with poisons? I'm not magically gifted. I just understand the, intricate natures of...
Al, do you think if we work together, we could produce something. You said you were handing it out.
I could work on an antidote, especially if you wanted to help me, but it would take a bit of time.
Well, I can... What if, say, I were to give you a little haste?
What exactly would that do?
Well, specifically, I suppose it would allow you to act almost twice as fast as you would usually for up to a minute. Oh, however, one small thing. You would feel rather tired after this minute, so maybe it wouldn't be a great idea.
I don't believe that would actually help me in making a antidote. The antidote itself would take a bit of time.
Yes.
Yes, so that...
Her moving faster isn't going to speed up the boiling process.
Yes, that's exactly it. Unfortunately, these things
Point.
take time to synthesize. So you can speed me up all you want, but unless we can do some sort of restoration, there's nothing I can...
In the battlefield, sometimes when you had to do quick medical work, it was easier to lose a limb to save the full body. Is this a situation here?
She looks a little taken aback that you're suggesting removing this entire woman's arm.
She might die.
I will leave that to you. I will go get started on an antidote. That's a little bit above my pay grade. She gently puts the woman's arm down, and, kind of gets up, removes her gloves, and kind of looks at you, Cashé, with definite change to the way she's addressing you. Looks to the rest of you and just kind of nods and goes off to start working on an antidote.
One moment.
I will...
I'll just hold up a hand and jewel in the center of my palm will like glow for a second, and you see this kind of like almost fairy dust come off that like she breathes in for a moment, and I'll cast Enhance Ability on her. And I'll choose Fox's Cunning, advantage on intelligence checks.
Brilliant. Okay. I will...
I think that would be intelligence based for alchemy.
To me, seems like an intellect-based
I'm guessing.
craft.
It does, yes. So
Can I assist her in her making of the antidote or research?
You can indeed. Is the fox cunning, is that just giving advantage?
Yeah, Fox Cunning, it just gives it.
Okay,
Oh,
so-
well,
so-
she already has
But
advantage.
you
I
can
suppose.
help with the time if you want if you did.
Yes, I'd like to speed things up a bit and get her anything she needs, and hopefully.
I'm pretty
Perfect, so
handy
she'll
basics,
do-
I'll assist as well.
Perfect. Okay, yeah. So actually, between you two and the Tenzin, the apprentice as well, she will very much get to work, and she'll be ordering you all around, and she basically takes the entire bar at the lounge and just sets her like a little mini alchemist like area, and she gets to work with her travel gear. She passed the first time. How long does Fox's cunning last?
It's concentration up to 1 hour.
Brilliant. Okay, so with you all working... Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, so she passes the 3 checks there. With all of your guys' help, I would say it takes 30 minutes, while it would have usually taken an hour. 30. So, the rest of you, what are you doing to keep her alive?
I'm going to go get a tourniquet and just like wrap it around her shoulder to try stop the spread past her arm.
Okay, so you, so what are you using? Are you using cloth? Are you using...
What are tourniquets usually made out of? Because I assume, because I have the medical pouch thing.
You do.
If you got a belt
But-
or something.
Yeah,
A
tourniquet
belt
is usually
or-
just like a rope and then like a little device basically that you
Yeah.
wrap it around and
If you have a
tighten it
belt-
with.
If you have a belt, would work.
Belt would work.
Ricky, feel free to, or sorry, Revenant, feel free to ask the questions too if I'm not getting back to you. I'm sorry.
Can
well-
I No, go ahead.
Revenant?
No, I just said it's cool.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Should I try something with her arm?
Okay.
I'm not sure if it's going to work, but as he puts the tourniquet on, can I put the blade of silverlight just by her arm and make a slight incision into where the black veins are?
Okay, what are you attempting to do?
See if
Draining pus.
I can drain any of it into silverlight instead.
Okay. Okay. So medicine check from you for you, Cashé.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say almost like dexterity. I feel.
Yep.
For how well you can cut the arm without like cutting a vein or something.
Yep. Okay.
13.
13. Okay. I'd say with that, you successfully put the tourniquet on her arm and slow it for about 4 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So you now have 24 minutes.
Also 13.
Okay. Same thing then. So you successfully kind of get one of the veins that aren't a major artery and are able to start draining some of the poison out. It is starting to spread up the side of her neck and kind of moving up the side of her face now. But you successfully do that and gain another 4 minutes. So.
Okay, we need 2 minutes.
Is she starting to show any kind of fevers or anything?
Sorry, just give me a second. I'm writing back. Okay. I do apologize. Ask me that again.
Is she starting to show any kinds of fever or anything like that?
It's definitely not so much a fever, but what you are noticing is that she is struggling very much to breathe.
Okay. I can see if there's any cloth nearby, and I'll use prestidigitation to chill it and lie it on her forehead.
Okay. As you do that, she will just look up at you, Fenris, and just say, "This is how it was supposed to be. Just let me go."
I just look back at her and say, "It's always too easy to throw in the towel. Try fighting a bit more."
Make a persuasion check.
That's funny.
Jesus.
Yup.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I will keep note of that. So you wait. I believe it is Al and Gizmo. You're helping Professor Albert just work like a mad woman, getting this thing done. And at 30 minutes, she pulls it up and goes, "It's finished. Do you want it or?"
Well, let's go quickly. Come on.
Okay,
We
okay.
have not much time.
Okay, and she follows you up the stairs. Gizmo, are you coming as well?
I'll follow on.
Yeah. Okay. So the 3 of you run back up. The rest of you are on the tail end. It looks as if the last 2 minutes she somehow finds some strength in herself, and Alric is able to get there in time and give her the antidote.
Woo!
Yes.
20.
Yeah.
Hey.
That did it. You will live.
Do
Fight!
it now!
Just believe.
Okay, so after an intense 30 minutes has passed, she has been given the antidote, and now what would you guys like to do?
We probably shouldn't stay on the deck of the ship. It's getting a bit cold. Let's go and
No.
sit somewhere more comfortable where there are drinks.
I'll pick her up to bring her down to the just as the bedroom I know she was been in. Unless Cashé has a better idea.
Cashé, you do feel a little tug on your arm, as Ronnie has been next to you this whole time.
Hey, Ronnie.
She's not gonna come in with us, is she?
No, I wouldn't do that. We'll find someplace else.
Okay.
Well, the ambassador's room is free.
We'd have to clean a body first.
Forgive my poor joke, but we should put her somewhere. She does need the rest.
There was a load of like cushions and stuff and like in the tiny room where all the people are at the moment, right?
There are cushions in the lounge and blankets and things like that. At this point, actually, I'd say while you guys are discussing this, the captain would have approached you all, kind of looking at everybody and kind of been like, Air Colonel, we saw the commotion and the nanny? Really?
Unfortunately.
Always who you least expect.
That's definitely not what I had my money on. Oxia be praised that everything is good to go. Do you need a place to keep her? Because we have a hole that might work.
Does it have a bed? You can see she's quite shaken.
No, but we could bring something together. Hammock or something.
If you could
Sure.
get that done.
I'm sure we can commandeer a room.
You just let us know what you need, okay? We help as much as we can. Just we'll be over.
Thank you, Captain.
Yeah, it goes off.
I'd say we bring her to the hold. I'm not
So-
letting her hear any of my stuff.
We could always put her in Blue's room.
That's also an option. Don't think you'd be too happy about it, though.
Oh well, then he can complain to someone who cares.
Unfortunately, they're my superiors.
Oh, very well. If you want to bring some cushions down to the hold, I'm sure we can make her more comfortable.
Let's do it.
So, you guys are taking her to the hole?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I will also request some bedding and cushions and even drinks to be brought down.
Okay, perfect. So only one of you has actually been down here before. So, Revenant, what are you doing through this whole process?
The risk of sounding repetitive, watching.
Okay. Hey, just checking in, making sure.
I'm just watching what everybody's doing.
Okay, cool. So you're just silently in the background. Perfect.
Just
glad I
just
played
looking in
him.
the background with a cocktail.
Glad I played him right last time then. Perfect. So Dover actually helps you out. The Air Genasi from before kind of leads you down. You actually don't go past any of the passengers and or like the lounge or anything like that. You actually go down a whole different set of doors down straight into the hall. It's kept kind of away and it's under lock and key.
If that's the case, I would have sent the child downstairs the right way.
Okay, so Ronnie goes into the lounge, goes and finds Belzal, and you guys bring Enya down into the hall. Dover set up kind of some cushions and some blankets. They just have like kind of like just hammocks that they sleep in, so they've taken one and they've hung it up in the hall. And you guys are free to do what you would like.
I'm going to clean off Silverlight
Okay,
and resheath her.
okay, you do so. This whole process, Enya has not said anything except for those few words to Fenris. She is remaining very quiet.
Is there, near the hammock, is there like a hook or anything that I could connect the other manacle to?
I'd say so. Yeah. There's lots of different bits and pieces here. There's like even like in the sense of like hooks that they would attach a big cargo to, so you could even just attach it to one of those, and so her arm can be kind of hung up as she's laying down.
This has all been quite a bit of excitement.
I'll give her some water.
Okay. She refuses to take it.
I offer her an alcoholic beverage.
Nope. She
Nope.
refuses to take it.
Oh, suit yourself. More for me.
The silent treatment then?
I have nothing more to say.
Not even... You do know it would be better for you if you were to give up your leaders. If we could get off with a softer sentence.
The fact that you think there will be a softer sentence for me proves to me how blind you truly are.
I'm gonna look her in the eye but as I suggested before, I will make sure you get a fair trial. Just give us the information. I'll cast suggestion.
Okay. It's a wisdom save, isn't it?
That is correct. 16.
Natural 20. Thank you, dice.
Oh, saved me as well, that.
She looks up at you, and you feel the tension of your own arcane suggestion go through, and it seems to just kind of dissipate. I wouldn't tell you, even if you pried it from my cold, dead lips, Cashé. How many trials of others have you heard of? You're so hellbent on getting me one. 2 of my brothers were captured last week. We've heard nothing since.
Things like that are unfortunate. But
You don't even know about the institutes, do you?
institutes.
God. And to think we thought so highly of you. If you turn me over to them, I'll disappear like the rest.
But you're causing so much damage. For what? We fought a war. Why do we need to continue fighting?
The war never ended. Never truly stopped. I hold no remorse for my actions. What I did was for children like them up there.
So you
So
put
you-
them in danger?
No, I ridded this world of a bad man.
put the very same child's life that you claim to want to save in mortal danger?
You know, they were never in danger. I knew you wouldn't hurt me as long as she was between us. I figured that'd give me a chance to escape. I would never hurt her.
Can you roll an insight check? See if she's lying about
Anything.
if she's
All of
lying
it?
about anything she just said. Yeah.
Okay, insight check, yeah.
Okay. I rolled a 6, but with my ear for deceit, that counts as an 8 plus 9, 17.
17, okay.
I also roll one just while you hit there talking.
Yeah, go on. Game of insight checks.
Nah,
Nah,
I don't think I'm
okay.
paying that much more attention. It's 7.
Fenris, you're a bit distracted. What she's saying, is feeling not okay. So we'll say that's what is going on with your insight check. Revenant, pop into secrets with me.
Oh no!
Sneaky secrets.
Oh no. Not even secrets of cooler people, just normal secrets.
Oh, they did go to
These are
secrets with
urgent.
people.
These are urgent secrets.
Oh, very urgent.
Dun dun fucking duh.
Oh, I was so on the edge of counterspelling that suggestion.
Oh
Why?
really?
Yeah.
What?
Oh,
But it was so,
intrigue.
like, straightforward.
True, yeah, but kind of forcing someone to say something against their will.
Called interrogation.
Yeah.
Yeah, persuading them to give it to you, yeah, it's a different story, but
I'm forcefully persuading. Good
Like
magic.
persuasion.
yeah, we're getting into conflicting
Yeah,
ideologies. there.
as in, like, what's the difference between doing that and making yourself so persuasive with a spell that it's just the same thing?
Fair point. That's why I didn't do it. Just kind of on the edge of it. Would she really do this?
Mm.
So, Revenant, is there anything you do with that?
I'm still trying to decide on if I want to do anything with that or not.
That's totally fine.
Yeah, no, fuck it. I gotta jump forward, grab her arm,
Okay.
and pull that ring off.
All right, go ahead and make a contested. You can make either acrobatics. Yeah, make acrobatics, and I'll do athletics, but I'll do it at disadvantage because she is in manacles.
Okay, 21.
Oh Jesus, no! She's got a 2. Easily done. All of you watch as Revenant just from the shadows almost just comes barreling out, grabs onto her hand that isn't manacled, that still has the ring on that she was slowly reaching towards while you guys were talking.
Just breaks off.
And Revenant managed to get the ring off.
Okay, I just slipped the ring into my pocket and stepped back into the shadows. Say nothing.
Okay.
What? What was that?
Revenant?
Yes.
Picking up a shiny bauble.
Did you just
Just an-
rob this person?
From what I hear, she has no need of it.
Well, she did vanish before, so we should leave it be.
I mean, Cashé, is this okay? Are prisoners just fair game here for, taking all of this stuff? It's good information if it's true.
Depends on what that stuff does. Do you think it's magical, Revenant?
I think it's valuable.
And then it should have been taken away from her.
I'll hold on.
You hold up the ring.
I'll hold onto the ring.
You hold on to it. Cool. Okay.
Fair enough. Cashé, would you explain what's going on here? I'm really not certain I understand the whole geopolitics of this situation.
How could you? You're not from here.
Very true.
Let's just say that there's some of us that after the war weren't quite happy with how things were, so decided to continue it. Terrorism.
More like to say that we're fighting for freedom, but you can call us what you want.
But we are free.
We're not. The oppression of the nations never left. First, before the war, they were demanding our hard-earned forged technology. We were nothing but slaves to their empires. It's exactly the same now. Don't you feel it? Power, control, it's shifting into the wrong hands. Do you
Where
truly
are these
believe the
inches?
ambassador was all right? He was meeting with the Harrian Scars. I know you know who that is.
Do you have proof of this?
I don't.
So I'm just supposed to believe you?
I hoped you would.
Then what, if you hoped I'd believe you, why murder him? Why not tell me?
Because it's better to have him dead now.
Where are these institutes?
I don't know. They keep them secret under lock and key.
Who are the Harrian Scars?
They're a powerful family in the Empire. They deal in the black market trade of technology. We
Would I have
discovered
heard
the
them before?
ambassador was dealing with them after planting a tracking device on him. We have no idea he was also meeting with the Gilded Eye. No doubt feeding them secrets as well.
Would I recognize anything what she's saying?
You would, yeah. Harrian Scars are the name from the documents that you found. Actually, you and Revenant both recognize those names. As they are a very powerful family in the Empire, and they do deal on the black market trade. With the two individual guilds that you are a part of, you would know that. Because you have dealt with them. Not in a good way. Not dealt with them in that way.
Hey!
You know of them.
Yeah, finger across throat dealt with instead of
I mean, you've
handshaking.
admitted to everybody that you're already a part of kind of a more that kind of a group, justice. So, yeah.
Yep. Well, what you're saying is true. Harrian Scars do deal with the black market.
Even so, you know I can't just leave you go.
No. But you could all loosen these bonds and step out the door. Let me die in peace for my brothers and sisters.
I mean, you are still a terrorist, though, right? You killed someone.
I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who's killed someone in this group. She's looking dead at you, Cashé.
I'm staring right back.
Okay.
Revenant will step back out of the shadows. If you wish to attend the festivities,
I heard festivities. Say that one
Yeah.
more time.
if you all wish to return to the festivities, I will keep watching.
I'll be perfectly honest. I don't think I've really got any horses in this race. I have no idea what any of this is about. So unless we have any immediate plans.
Would I kind of know how long or how far away we are from here and at this point?
At this point, you have another evening to go, and you should be landing tomorrow morning. You're very close. And it is sundown at the moment. Like, you can see the... Actually, no, because you're in the hull, so you can't see anything. But it was starting to go sundown when you went down, so...
Well, no decision is going to be made now. I will leave you to your recovery.
You know, if you turn me over, there will be no trial. You do know that, right?
I'll just walk out.
I hope for your sake you don't remain blind for long. She'll shout as you're walking away. They'll come for you next!
Need to shout, really. I'm still here.
She just glares at you.
I'll put my hand on her shoulder and just give her an apologetic look. And get up and leave.
Okay, so the three of you, Gizmo?
I would have actually separated off. I wouldn't have heard any of this.
Oh, okay. Where did you go?
I just went to my room.
Okay.
And just to kind of try and distract my mind, got back to work on my little project.
Okay.
But
You back under the covers?
Back under the covers. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
But every so often stopping and thinking of what exactly to say in a message that I want to send soon.
Okay. Then that is what you're doing. Good to know. So, Gizmo went off down in his room. You three leave the hall. Revenant,
I mean,
Mhm.
are you still downstairs?
Yep, I'm gonna stay with the prisoner.
Okay. You both... Well, she's sitting, you stand in silence. She put her head down and not even looking at you.
I take the ring out and I hold it up. I just look at her and say, what does this do?
She looks up at you. Shakes her head, looks back down.
I was in a position not too long ago, sentenced to death, waiting, knowing there would be no trial. Out of everyone here, I would be the most sympathetic here.
I do apologize, Ricky. I couldn't hear that last part.
Out of everyone here, I would be the most sympathetic here.
I don't even know you. You're not from Manera.
No. No, I have no history with the factions. but it does not mean I couldn't be an ally.
Make a persuasion check at disadvantage because she does not trust you.
I rolled a 19 and I get +6, so 25.
Jesus. Okay.
Does she trust me now?
No, still doesn't quite trust you, but is listening. Is more attentive to what you are saying. Okay. I still don't trust you, but if you're sympathetic to my cause, aren't you with the rest?
By chance, not by choice.
Who are you with?
No one. I boarded the ship by myself, for my own interest.
Okay. That ring was given to me by a friend. It makes you someone like me who doesn't quite have the magical talents move quickly.
Oh. And you planned on using this to escape? To where?
She kind of rattles her wrist. Well, it would have gotten me out of this.
I fail to see the logic in your escape plan. We are on an airship. There's not many places.
There's a place for me. I knew what I was signing up for doing this. I wasn't supposed to make it back.
Then if I promised you could make it back.
One more time?
If I promised that you could get out of here, make it back alive.
Well, as nice as it is to know that you would betray the people that you were working with so easily, it won't matter. Even if I'm set free, I'll spend the rest of my life on the run.
I'm sure your own organization could help.
I don't want to put them in that much danger.
I believe they're already in danger.
Make another persuasion check. Straight roll.
Ooh, that one is a 6 plus. What is it? +6, so 12.
12? Okay. She's listening. And with your high passive insight, I think the main thing that you're noticing is someone who has been told over and over and over again what they're supposed to do. And she's struggling with that. She's stuck on this was her job. This was supposed to be how it was supposed to go. She was supposed to kill the ambassador and then not make it back. So she seems to be struggling with that. Very, very much involved with the cause that she is fighting for.
You've succeeded. Your mission. Returning alive would be a bonus. It would give you a chance to further the cause again. Maybe there's another target that needs to be taken out.
seems to kind of go quiet a bit, listening to what you're saying.
I can help you escape, but it comes at a cost. See, I'm looking for someone, and I think your organization might be able to help.
Okay. Who are you looking for?
That's not important. I will call on you when it's needed. But for now, if I free you, you will tell your organization who helped you.
So you are offering me to help me escape if I owe you.
Nothing in this life comes for free. Unless you're a really good thief.
I think we'd like you very much in our organization.
So, we have a deal.
Last persuasion check at advantage.
Okay, it's a 16 plus 6, so 22.
Okay. Perhaps something will come of this then. Okay. I'm in.
We will be docking tomorrow morning. I will have you escape then.
One more time.
I will help you escape as soon as we dock.
You're going to have me disappear into a crowd of people. You do realize the police are going to be swamped all over the skyport when we land.
Yeah. It's good if they can see the person they're looking
She kind of... It's a little bit of a smile on her face. Okay. I guess you're my only way out, so...
for. Yeah. We shall talk in the morning, so. And Rev's going to step back into the shadows.
Okay. Just
Just step, like, disappear back into the shadows. Like a creep.
awesome. It's not terrifying at all. Great. So great. If that's all you're doing then, I will leave you there. The rest of you, what are you up to now that you've left Rev down in the hall?
I'm gonna go get the papers we found, because I think we left them in the bar.
Very good.
Do we see the sort of name, the lady, wife with white hair?
The professor?
No, the wife. The elvish woman.
The elvish woman.
Can't remember her name.
She is still in the lounge. Excuse me, speaking to a few people, but her husband is nowhere to be found.
Okay, can I motion for her to come over?
Yep. She will gingerly get up and kind of look at you.
Over into the hall.
Okay. What is it?
Something weighing on my mind. You're a snob, and I don't like you all that much. But I hate to see people treated in this way. So ask your husband where he was last night. And if he has a spine, he'll tell you. If he doesn't, ask Mr. Blue.
You see her kind of look at you, a bit nose upturned, and then it kind of falls. And then she looks at you again. thank you, I guess, for this information.
I give it freely. Do it. Do with it what you will.
Very well. She kind of pushes past you and goes down towards the kind of mess hall to go. You don't know where she goes.
And I get the papers and then go find Cashé.
Okay. Cashé, where are you?
I would be probably out, the little balcony down where the bar is, and I'd be with my sending stone, reporting in.
Very good. Okay. What do you say?
Never guess. The ambassador was murdered by Enya, of all people. I have her captured and held. We should probably have someone there to collect her when we arrive.
Copy that. The nanny? Well, I guess congratulations on your success in capturing the murderer. I was not expecting that. I will report your findings to the Soul Brigadier, and we'll be in touch with further instructions. Maintain course. Can't do military messages. Maintain course for arrival in Manira by midday tomorrow. Good work.
I don't get a response to that, do I?
Nope, that was her response to you.
That's the response. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. Okay. Al, what are you doing?
I am going to be probably gossiping with various people on board.
Easily done. There's lots to gossip about.
Absolutely, I've a lot of juicy information. Newly learned geopolitical intrigue. See if I can find out any more about the subject. Get a bit of food.
Very good. Okay. Yep. Food, drinks are provided. Everything kind of goes back to some normalcy on the airship. Although people are avoiding the second-class cabins completely because there's still a body of a dead dragonborn in there.
Surely one of the crew has dealt with this by now.
Nope. They've just closed the door.
Gotta preserve the crime scene.
Fenris, what are you up to during all of this?
Have I been able to find Cashé?
I'd say at this point you walk into the mess hall and Cashé is coming back out into it from the balcony. Unless, Cashé, you're staying there.
No, I'll be coming back in.
Okay.
Can I
you
stop?
both see Al just gossiping with people.
Can I...
Gizmo, get me another drink. No, not Gizmo,
Gizmo's not
sorry.
here.
Humphrey. God damn it, every time. Humphrey.
They look nothing alike.
I know. I just can't.
There's a slight height difference.
Humphrey
It's
goes,
very slight.
waddles over. Begins to get you a drink. So, Fenris, you can approach Cashé.
Yeah. Can I motion to the balcony?
Let's go.
Does she just go down? Okay.
I will do a Yui.
May we?
Let's go.
Okay, on the balcony, I'll hold up the letters. Have you read these?
I've glanced through them.
Have you read them?
I'm going to take them off and start reading.
Okay. As you are reading through the notes, I clicked the wrong page. Hang on 1 second. Yeah, cool. Let me ask, which pages are these? There's lots of pages. Are these the pages that were in the diary of the ambassador? Or are these the pages from Gizmo?
This is the diary from the ambassador.
Awesome. So the missing paperwork is they look like they were torn out of a diary, like in a scheduling kind of thing. And it is appointments mainly with high-ranking members of the Empire, including Duke Lavak, which you all remember. He's the Archduke of the Empire. And also someone who is named Relan Harrienscar. And these appear to just be confirming meetings with these individuals. So again, Cashé, you remember the Harrienscars as General Harrienscar, big beefy dude who is not a very nice person on the Empire. And Fenris, you recognize the Harrienscars as someone your guild has dealt with.
But in terms to me, this looks very much like meetings that an ambassador would have.
Mm-hmm.
Just meetings, typical ambassador.
But look at who he's meeting with. Collaborates her story.
This could be circumstantial.
When is anything ever circumstantial in this? This is an ambassador we're talking about. Detailed notes on everything.
Where are the rest of the notes then?
Just have in his diary. This is all that was important to her, but she wanted you to know.
I guess that this could be the case. But she murdered someone in cold blood. Sworn to uphold the law.
True.
Even so, even if he was dirty, he's dead now. They got what they wanted.
Even if you don't let her go, still need to listen to her.
I don't think we can trust her.
You don't have to. It's written out right here.
Again, these could be general meetings that any ambassador could have.
What ambassador meets with Heaven's Guards? Black market dealers.
Also powerful generals.
You really think they would concede a war if they wouldn't already won?
Wars are expensive. Even for people as big as the Empire, so.
And how many of them are in poverty now?
I don't know, I haven't spent much time in the Empire.
All I'm asking is you don't look at the ones who have benefited from the war. Try looking at the ones you were sworn to protect. Law applies to them too. They may think themselves above it, but there's always someone around to remind them.
Wait till we get to the city tomorrow. I'll show you the people I'm going to protect.
I'd rather not meet them.
They're good people.
No.
They would live and walk every day in that city.
The people you're giving your tour, they're not good people. I've seen what happens when these so-called good people find someone who can't fight back.
I'll show you tomorrow what I mean by that.
Well, we'll see then. All I'm asking is you think about it a bit more. I'm not going to get involved in this. It's not my fight.
At least do that.
That's what I'm telling myself anyway.
Well, you might be in it now.
Yes, well, story of my life, picking fights without ever realizing it.
No one ever really chooses a fight.
Best you can do is make sure you come out on the other side.
Yes. Trying to get through hole is the hard thing.
Be sure to have a drink. You might need one.
Yeah.
And with that, is there anything anybody else would like to do this evening before we take a long rest?
Make sure the kids are okay.
Okay.
Should we, if I see anyone, should I might ask if we maybe should go and check on Revenant, considering he's been with the prisoner for a considerable amount of time.
I'm probably not going to sleep that much. I'll wander up and down a little bit. Get a fitful sleep.
Okay.
Just absently patrolling the ship.
Okay. Very good. So Cashé, we'll start with you really quick. The children are pretty spooked. Ronnie has taken Belzal back to the room, but neither of them really feel very comfortable in there. Enya's bed is just left empty. They're both just a little on edge.
Go in with Gizmo.
Yeah, so that's kind of the vibe you're getting off the kids. Al, I'm assuming you're staying out with everybody, so you do see that Fenris seems to just be kind of pacing up and down, going all the way up and then coming back down, just kind of in a slow, kind of methodical pacing her way through the ship.
Once I'm even half satisfied that that's someone else is even taking care of that, I will probably wander down with Humphrey and wander down to check on Gizmo.
Okay. You pop over to Gizmo's room. Door opens. You see him currently underneath a blanket, tinkering away.
Hello?
Hi, sorry, no, I was just coming in to check that everything was okay. You disappeared there a while ago. Making sure you're all right.
Nah, I just want to work on this, get this done. I feel like I've been working on it for a while now.
What are you working on?
I'll throw back the blanket.
Okay.
And I'll show him the little kind of combination of clockwork, sphere looking thing, very mechanical cogs, but at the very center of it, you kind of see in between like the gaps of the plating of the metal, you can see there's just this crystal that kind of shimmers prismatically, kind of goes between different shades of the rainbow.
Hmm? Have I any idea what this thing is?
Oh. I
Or
wouldn't
what the crystal is? Have I seen
say-
something like the crystal before?
Nope.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't look
Nope,
like any.
I'm not even
like-
have you roll for it. Nope.
Well, that sure looks incredibly intricate and beautiful as well, if I might say so. But what does it do?
Do you know, I'm not rightly sure.
Fantastic. I love it when just create something for the sake of it.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out when it's ready. I'm excited to see what it'll do.
As am I. That's brilliant.
Go ahead, Gizmo. Go ahead, roll another Tinker's Tools check. But you are getting pretty close to being finished, so I'd do it at advantage.
Ooh, I'll just roll this. It's a natural 20.
Hey!
Ooh. Ooh.
And then Tinker's Tools, I get to double my proficiency, so. And is it just intelligence? Is it?
I would do intelligence, yeah.
That'd be 31.
Damn. All right. As even just as you are holding it out to Al and showing him, it's like you got a different angle, and you're looking at kind of like the back of it, and you're like, oh wait, that one thing. You just click something, and it just comes to life in your hand. Finished and complete.
Is it going to explode?
You just see this kind of.
Give it
in this
5
center.
seconds.
Should I leave?
Starts to go faster.
Okay, I am going to quite hastily.
I think it's okay.
Again, just like shielding myself at the door, but still peering in, just kind of like.
I'm sure it's fine. I'm just holding it up upright. And like, I think it's okay.
You just like a massive, more of the sound of, like the sound of almost like thunder cracking through the room. Everything is blinded in a flash of white. Gizmo, go ahead and roll on that table.
Oh, what the fuck?
If you have it, do you have it? Or you
I
want me
don't
to look
think I
at
have
it?
it handy. So will
Here,
I
I'll
just
grab it.
roll? You can.
Go ahead and roll a D100. Yeah.
200.
This is the thing we talked about, right?
I rolled 2 10s. Yeah. That thing.
Okay, good.
Uh,
I'm going about it the right way then. So
I
2
roll-
10s.
Yeah, I rolled 2 with 10 figures on
Oh.
it. I didn't roll a single. And 86.
86. Oh, I gotta go to the second. Cool. Okay, so Al, you were staring around the side of the door, kind of looking in. This flash of white, the sound of thunder cracking through. Gizmo, you're still sitting there holding the little contraption in your hand, and it slowly goes back to just kind of slowly pulsating in your hand. And Al, as you are, and a little bit of smoke, kind of coming off things. And Al, you watch as behind Gizmo, you watch a hand go through the wood. You see another hand, and a skeleton pulls their way from the floorboards, and just kind of gets up, standing about the same height as Gizmo, and just kind of.
Oh,
Gizmo, there's a skeleton behind you.
I see it.
Is it supposed to do that?
I guess so. Start prodding at this skeleton.
He just stands there.
He summoned a supermodel.
Does it do that every time?
Can I do I feel like I can use it again?
Wait a second. No, it has to be within range. Yeah. Okay. How
You really
big is
turn
it?
me into a skeleton.
Hang on. I gotta look.
Oh no. Don't do it, Amber.
Oh, no.
Don't do it.
Oh, it's within 10 feet. It's fine. No, it has to be.
Okay. Woo!
What?
Some
Woo!
terrified
Okay, so-
children, and suddenly the zombie just goes. "Ah!"
86 is you cast Animate Dead. So I was just making sure the ambassador wasn't close enough.
Oh God!
Oh, he's alright after all. You could let her go.
Could you imagine this entire ship would just be like, ah!
Perfect.
You're too far
Now
away
we
from
all
him.
get a chance to kill him.
You're too far away from him. It's fine.
Okay,
So no, it's just a skeleton that pops up. It is just, and after about a minute of you guys talking, you just watch the skeleton go and just fall apart, and now there's just a pile of bones in your room.
Oh, that's vaguely disappointing.
How are you
No
going to
staying
explain
power
that
off.
to the crew?
Don't worry about it. I take out the bag of holes and start putting the bones in.
Okay. You do so, and as you do, it's actually interesting. As you're pulling the bones, you kind of you see that there's actually like these really beautiful, intricate, kind of like almost ivy-like designs on all the bones.
Might
Very
be able to
beautifully
use
made.
this in something later.
Mhm.
I'm adding a pile of bones to my inventory.
Add a pile of bones to your inventory. I always love you always add the strangest of things because I think you
I
have
always
like
do,
an alchemist
like,
head in there.
alchemist head.
Teeth.
I'm the ultimate form of like, that'll be useful later.
The hoarder of the group.
You can make those human puppets from Naruto.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
So you two are dealing with the pile of bones and Gizmo's new contraption.
Could be worse. They could be trying to hide an elbow egg.
Mm.
True.
Feel attacked.
That was aimed directly at you. You two had a little heart-to-heart. Revenant is still with the prisoner. Is there anything else anybody would like to do before you go to sleep?
Yes, I would like to just play some music for the kids to get them to go to sleep, try to get their mind off things.
Very good. Okay, go ahead, roll a performance check for me.
Just if it's a slayer.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that's cocked. Ooh, 19 plus 6, so 25.
25. Okay. Ronnie seems pretty quiet at first. Belzal's kind of enjoying what you're doing, pleasant, like happily distracted. Ronnie still seems quite shaken, and slowly, probably about 5 minutes in, Belzal just hits the bed, is out. Ronnie doesn't seem to fall asleep right away, but as you continue to play, she does slowly begin to fade away.
You think I feel it anyway, de-stressed after that?
After playing a bit, away from everybody, I'd say you can take one off. One. As you are about to go to bed, though.
Mm-hmm.
You stub your toe. You gain 3 stress points.
All gone. Excuse me. As you are just about to go to bed, you do hear the forget the feeling of the sending stone once more coming through. You hear the voice of your handler. Cashé, I wanted to inform you that you've been summoned for a debriefing at the academy tomorrow. No, I misread that. This is a pause, a long, long pause. In 2 days' time, actually. Is that so? Yes, yes, yes. I'll tell her. It's get out of my office. Sorry about that. You've been summoned for a debriefing in 2 days. But I did want to let you know just a little bit of a heads up. And she even like quiets her voice, even though it's like she's obviously in her office alone. I've spoken with the Soul Brigadier. The Amaroth is going to meet you before you land in Manira tomorrow. An old friend of yours will be collecting the prisoner from on board. They do believe this is the best thing instead of having them go into the city. Air Colonel Kiliad will be meeting with you.
Okay. Kiliad, I try to remember that name.
That is okay, I will tell you. Air Colonel Kiliad is the very definition of an individual with a stick up their ass. You remember training with him and you both went your separate ways after basic training. He's always been a bit difficult to deal with.
Great. Okay. I will pick up the sending stone. Okay, whatever you think is best. She will get a trial, right? Also, do you know what this debriefing's about? I thought I was still on sabbatical.
Somewhere a few hundred, maybe 1,000 miles away, you can almost hear your handler go, "She doesn't understand sending stones, does she?" As you hear no response.
Starts pacing.
Stress point back on.
Oh, yeah.
But I think there we will take a quick break.
Okay.
And pick up you guys. Unless there's anything anybody else wants to do, you can have your long rest. And we will be back shortly.
Just before we break, Hammer.
Yes.
The whole time that Red is standing in the shadow, she's just going to be observing the prisoner.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out what her actual escape plan was, because I don't believe that she was going to try and kill herself.
Okay. Go ahead and make another insight check then for me.
18 plus 9, so 27.
Jesus. Okay, rest of you go on break. Revenant, pop in a secret with me.
Oh wow.
You can see a lot from those shadows.
Bag.
Yeah.
Bag of secrets.
Bang. You can see a lot from those shadows.
Okay, do you want to swing? So come on. Okay, do you want to swing? So come on. One, two, three, four. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da-da.
as we fade back in to this moment, this time, this evening, you all are getting your long rest. Except for one of you. But who are you guys? Let me know kind of where you're going in terms of, are you going back to your bedrooms? Who's staying up? Who's sleeping?
I mean, like, unless Gizmo kicks me out of his room at any point, or I suppose if Gizmo is looking like he's going to go to sleep, I'll probably leave and go into my room.
Okay.
I'd say it's more he kind of like he puts that aside and he just immediately starts working on the next project.
I'll just.
He's in mind. There's no like care of you being there if you want to sit in mind, but he's kind of just focused on the next thing. It's just very much like what's the next thing that he can put.
I'll probably go back to my room anyway. Go to trance. We cannot hear you.
Am I back?
You're back.
Yes, you are back.
I don't know why that's happening. Perfect. Cashé, you're with the kids.
Mm-hmm.
You're sleeping, Fenris.
I'm probably going to stay patrolling just up and around the ship.
Okay. The whole night?
Probably, yeah.
Give Amp a long rest? Okay.
I might stop for a bit and take like just a short rest, but yeah, I probably won't be able to sleep.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a d20. Jesus.
17.
17. Okay. So, the night continues on. Airship is flying straight ahead. Captain is asleep. It is someone else, a kind of almost very pale colored, almost albino-esque elf who is actually manning the ship at night and is currently flying. It is peaceful, it is quiet. Fenris, as you are moving up onto the upper decks, no one else is around. Entire place is quiet. You kind of breathe in the very cold air. And you do feel presence with you.
I know I shouldn't get involved.
I figured you would anyway. What about this bothers you?
I think it's the fact that he abuses the law to get what he wants, but no one stops them. Just like them.
Just like them. Those institutes she spoke of. I couldn't help that set my teeth on edge.
Me too. Need to find out where they are.
Do you think she'd have any more information?
Not her.
Avasha Isles. I swear I've heard that name before. It's draconic.
Do I know what that means?
As you kind of try to think about it and hear it again in your head, Avasha Isles, and you hear the draconic notes, but something is different. Something is ancient about it. And as you are trying to kind of understand it, maybe even looking at the blade, you see a reflection in the surface of the blade. similar individual you've seen so many times before. Violet skin, horns, massive, curl around their head, hair like starlight. Nightfire. Yes. I remember. So long ago. Avasha Isles. The Nightfire Isles, they're called. And you see a sense of remembering on your patron's face. And as you blink, the visage is gone.
The Nightfire Isles, you said.
Nightfire Isles. In an ancient dialect of Draconic.
Draconic. Alright, let's look out over the edge and see.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder if I'm doing the right thing standing here on the sidelines. Not getting involved.
There is no response.
Maybe she does have a good heart. Maybe her intentions were good, but none of that's going to matter when she's this destructive in the end. Maybe she'll do more damage than good.
Still no response. However, as you're having this moment, you begin to see the crests of sunlight through the clouds. Just about daybreak. You realize then, like, oh gosh, I've been up all night. Only had a short rest, but the sky suddenly is painted in beautiful shades of pink and gold. Airship is steadily moving forward through the clouds. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Perception. 14.
Okay. As you're standing there looking out, gorgeous sunrise ahead of you, you just about hear the sound of footsteps running past you. You're, I'm assuming, are more up on kind of one of the upper parts of the deck?
Yeah.
In the middle portion, near the Ethereum core, you just see Enya running out, grasp the edge of the ship, and jump off. You watch as her body falls down and slices through the clouds and disappears.
I don't get any reaction time, but just watch her run.
No, not with a 14. You didn't see her in time. You do see the door open and blood smeared across the side.
I'm not going after her. I'll follow the blood trail then.
Okay. You begin to hastily make your way downstairs. And you do notice there seems to be quite a lot of blood, like on the shoes, the shoe prints, going up the stairs. You do see a few handprints as well. At this exact time, Al, you begin to feel a very strange sensation near your face. It almost feels like someone is dragging their nail down your cheek.
I will immediately get out of my trance and just like, what the?
You hear a little eep as a rat is currently sitting on your shoulder, biting gently at the side of your face.
Excuse me. Just flick it off.
Okay. Oh gosh, roll the 7.
Oh,
Third.
Okay, so she goes flying and actually she lands on top of Humphrey, and Humphrey immediately grabs her on his head, and you recognize as Humphrey is holding on to this rat that it appears to be the same rat that was on with Revenant.
Oh, I do apologize. I didn't mean to do that, did it?
You just get anger from him.
Yeah. I'll see if there's any like bits of food or anything in my room that I could offer, like as some kind of recompense, maybe a grape.
She is like wiggling out of Humphrey's little mechanical hands and is squeaking at you, like very upset. You're seeing quite a lot of distress.
Okay, well, I'm not sure I understand, but what is it? Is it because I flicked you off my shoulder? What's going on?
And then she jumps off of Humphrey and begins to walk over to the door and looks back at you.
I don't speak rat. I cast comprehend languages.
I don't. Yeah. Cool. You cast comprehend languages. Mark that spell slot off. And you continue to hear. This is an animal.
Oh, that's what you mean. It doesn't work with animals. This is useless. Why did I even learn this spell? Fucking fine. I'll walk over to the rat and see what it does.
Okay, she as soon as you're moving towards her, she continues down the hallway. She appears to be trying to lead you somewhere.
Okay, I will follow the rat down the hallway.
You follow the rat. Takes a little bit of time because she has to jump up the stairs, but she continues. She seems to be leading you up towards the deck.
Okay.
So at that point, Fenris, you are continuing downstairs?
Yep, I'll follow the blood trail.
Okay. You gingerly go downstairs and kind of keeping, a little bit of wariness of what's going on. And at the base, kind of off to the side there, you do see a body laying on the ground.
I will check to see who the body is.
Okay. And it does appear to be Revenant.
I'll see if he's alive.
Revenant?
Just gasping for air, clutching my side and my shoulder.
Just gonna see if I actually have anything here. I think I'll find some cloth.
Okay.
I have some rope, so I might use that if we need to tourniquet. But I'm gonna see if I can find anything to patch up any of the wounds.
Okay. I didn't have the airship sounds on. There we go. Perfect.
And yeah, I'm gonna just see if I can help him.
Okay, go ahead and make a medicine check there. Pretty rough-looking wounds. Looks like he got slashed pretty good on the shoulder, and then a deep stab wound to the side.
15.
15. Okay, you managed to kind of help some of the bleeding on the shoulder, put a bit of pressure on the side there. I'd say you're probably doing this for about 5 minutes or so. And Al, Fran seems to lead you to the top of the stairs, and that's where you see the big bloody streak on the door, and what appears to be boot trails leading up in blood.
Boot trails leading up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You see these trail seems to lead straight to the side of the ship, and then vanish.
Oh. Well, I'm not sure exactly, but I hope our prisoner hasn't escaped. I suppose I'd better go and check on Revenant.
Okay, you go down. You see Fenris trying to stop the bleeding. Revenant is on the ground.
Ah, this is not good. Oh dear. Well, I'll go up and cast Cure Wounds.
Right. Yes, because you have. Yes, go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
You can go ahead. I was
Yes,
like, wait,
indeed.
wizard?
Wizard what?
Yeah. Its abilities. So yeah, cool. You go and cast Cure Wounds.
So you heal 10.
Awesome. And with that, the rebels just look up and go, "Bitch stabbed me. None of you disarmed her."
Well, did we not search her for weapons? Did no one search her? Cashé, did Cashé not search her for weapons? Oh, well, that seems clever. I really should have thought of that, I suppose.
I'll point over at the 2 daggers that are on the ground beside me. I took them off her. She pulled out another one.
3 daggers. Very sneaky. Well, I suppose we should get the others. Can we get you somewhere more comfortable? Perhaps we should move them to the lounge.
We could always move him to the ambassador's room.
That's true. He's not going to be needing it. But
No,
wait, isn't he still in there?
I'd rather not move him to the lounge in front of everyone.
That's true.
Where private would be nicer.
Wait, there's still pillows and cushions and everything in here. We can just set him up nice and comfy.
Yes, we'll be fine.
Fenris, go ahead and make a perception check for me real quick.
Yeah, not 20.
Okay.
Total
I'm
of
gonna secrets
25.
with me.
Total of 25. Right, secrets.
Dun dun dun.
Well, this took a turn.
None of you disarmed her. None of you even checked her for weapons. Bitch
No, I
stabbed
know.
me.
Yeah.
Twice. Stabbed me
I was
twice.
not there.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, to be
I
fair,
wasn't even there.
kind of. Yeah. No. I mean, I just figured when you removed the ring from her, I was like, oh, he's got this figured out, you know? I've been very much laissez-faire in all of this. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't think she could have survived that, so revenge?
Well, I'm a beaten up rogue because she did hit a crit when she stabbed me.
Oh god.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
seriously were dying?
Yeah, I was dying, yeah.
Oh god, that's Jesus. Fucking hell.
We have no revivify in this party.
Nope. I was nope. Whoops. And I'm sorry I nearly killed Fran. I completely just woke up. What's this?
It's the worst thing ever. I'm dying and he's just killed my friend.
Also, as well, one
Okay.
thing you would notice, Al, is that the blood that you saw on the door and all the way down was a lot darker than it probably should have been. Almost
Coagulated?
black. No, almost black.
Is it black blood coming from Revenant?
Appears to be.
Revenant, is your blood always that color?
Stop standing there and go get the others. Do need
Is that
help,
really
Miguel.
a question for now?
Say again, sorry.
Is that really a question for now? Maybe
Well, I mean,
keep
I
me
suppose-
alive and then ask your questions.
oh well, you're
can
fine.
talk-
Look,
You can
if you
satisfy your
insist,
curiosity.
I can cast Cure Wounds again if you'd like.
You can satisfy your curiosity later. Go get the others.
Yes. Well,
We do
Fair
have an
enough.
escaped prisoner. She jumped off the side of the ship.
oh yes. Well, I mean, she's not escaped. She's more like dead. But you know,
Still escaped. Haven't got a body to show anyone.
Hmm?
Go find people, please.
sorry. Yes. No, I was just still looking at the black blood. Okay. it's
No,
quite
nobody
disgusting.
nobody
Sorry.
get injured or die in front of Al. He's
Nope.
just gonna stand
Yep.
there.
You always meant to look like that.
All right, off I go, and I will.
Did you
dash
always have
off.
venal thrombosis?
You should really get that looked at.
Yeah.
All right, so for expedience sake, I say you successfully go and wake up Gizmo and Cashé, and yeah, you were able to start making your way. Al, what do you say?
So run into Gizmo and be like, oh, well, is Gizmo still working on projects, or is Gizmo like asleep?
You can only just see like the robot figure, but it seems very hunched forward, and not moving.
Okay. Gizmo. Yeah, I think your help is required. It seems the prisoner got away and Revenant was mortally wounded. But he's okay. Well, he's still injured, but he's not mortally injured anymore.
Is he mortally
Anyway,
wounded
I'm
or
going to
not?
go and get Cashé. What?
Oh, never mind. Go get the rest. I'll
He's in the hold.
I'll go find them.
I'll go into Caché's room.
All right,
I grab my
Knock
purse.
on the door.
burst in. The kids.
No.
There's a
I'll
gun
like.
pointed at your face.
I'm
Yeah.
knocking. I'm not that fucking. I don't have a death wish.
Okay.
God, like Jesus. No, I'm knocking.
All right, you knock.
hmm Okay, I open the door and I start going. Cachet. It seems I'm about to start blurting off exactly what I said to Gizmo, but then I see that the two children are there, and I'm like, your help is needed in the hold. Post haste.
Post haste.
And then off I go.
Stay here, children.
Absolutely amazing. Okay,
Sure, just leave them alone.
so you all make your way down to the hole.
I would have helped him into the hold, but having seen what I see, I'll probably wrap him up.
Okay.
I'll just ask him, "Will you live?"
Yes, I'll live.
Let's leave this on then. So I'll leave the blanket on him, wrap him up in it.
Okay, kind of covering up the wounds.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Perfect. So the rest of you make it down. You see at you, there is blood on the doorway as well as on the stairs.
By the bearded Baylor, what happened to you?
I got stabbed.
I see that. How?
You neglected
Because-
to check for weapons.
You took a prisoner and you didn't. Alright. And what's this tar? Black shit all over the wall.
It's blood.
We have an escaped prisoner who nearly killed me. Let's focus on this
Ah, you let
rather
it go.
than the thing on the wall.
Absolutely. Where's the prisoner?
Well,
We're on a
if
ship. You can go far.
you go upstairs and follow the footprints, and then look over the side, you might see a slight trailer where she jumped off.
She jumped off. She
Yes.
did then.
Oh, that pompous prick is going to love this. Oh.
The entire time, Revenant is going to be observing Caché's reaction to everything.
Okay.
In that case, let's get you healed up, and I'm going to get out my medical kit and start trying to bandage up Revenant.
I'll stop and say I've already bandaged his wounds. He needs rest.
Okay.
If you could heal him.
Do
with
I get anything from the blood?
So many secrets going on. I'm losing track of them. Yeah, pop into secrets with me.
Sure.
We'll definitely have to do like a podcast insert explanation for what secrets are.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah,
so
well,
often,
for the
guy
audience.
just disappears for a few minutes.
Just for the audience, this is whispers. It's things we're all not meant to know.
But isn't Amber recording on her end?
No, I'm recording, so I will have to, make that.
Oh,
note.
you're recording. Oh, I thought Amber was recording. I was like, she'd have all the secrets checked.
Yeah.
No,
Chris
we'd
is
have
not-
Chris's secrets or Mark's secrets.
Yeah,
but
but
we
we
wouldn't
wouldn't
have
use Chris
anyone
recording for that.
else's.
So we have
Yeah.
extra recordings that won't have the secrets, so we can
Hmm.
go with that.
I can record secrets now, I think.
Maybe, but I have to be in them.
True. Okay. So yeah, that is what you see. And what
Back in.
are you all doing?
I will quickly run up, look at the evidence.
Okay. Easy to see. Follow the blood trail in the boots. It does look like the blood was only on one boot in particular. Possibly a hidden weapon or some kind. And yeah, leads straight to the side of the ship and vanishes.
I wish I didn't call this in now. The paperwork.
And all of you begin to simultaneously hear kind of a little strange kind of sound through the ship. And those of you in the hull would see a small little orb kind of light up. Cashé, actually, you would hear it more like as if it's coming from downstairs. But you all begin to hear this is your captain speaking. Military vessel is approaching us. Please don't worry. I think it's supposed to be normal. But you just maybe don't do anything stupid or rash, okay? We've had enough problems on this ship. Thank you very much. And the
While
voice
that's
cuts
happening,
out.
could I reach down and because I have my Magictek, I have the right tool for the job.
You do?
The all-purpose tool. That's it. Could I like transform that into a siphon syringe and take a sample of the blood?
You can indeed, yeah.
Sneakily.
Sneakily. So roll a stealth check for me first.
What? So did you say it was stealth or sleight of hand?
Stealth, yeah.
Stealth. That would be 5.
5. Okay. So,
My passive insight is 19.
like, okay,
I
yeah.
see
So
results.
everybody sees Gizmo suddenly bend down and kind of look at the blood. Yeah.
You're still on. No. Sorry, was that?
No, it's okay. Everybody just sees Gizmo bend down and look at the blood. Begin to reach in. Anybody? No? Cool. You successfully
What are
take
you
a
doing
sample if
there?
anybody's gonna stop him.
I was just gonna ask, what are you doing there?
Seems quite interesting. Feel like we could learn something from this.
Why are you taking a sample of this blood?
It's darker than usual. It's not like other blood.
Shouldn't you be trying to find her blood? See if they can track her?
I don't know how to track anything. I'm more of a scientist.
I'm not talking about you tracking it, I'm talking about someone else.
You can take a sample of that blood as well.
If you find it. Do I notice any differences in the blood around?
Other than the color, no.
There's only the one type of blood on the ground.
Like wet, yes.
I mean, there's only the dark blood on the ground.
There's
no
only the dark.
other.
Yeah, there's only the dark one that you see. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I can't really object to it because it's not my blood. I'm sure Revenant.
Yeah. Kind of in response to the captain saying, "Don't do anything stupid," Rev's just gonna like kind of mutter saying, "The fair share of that going around," and then look over at Gizmo and be like, "What are you doing
Take
with
a
my
sample.
blood?
Good.
Why?"
Could probably learn a lot from it. Seems different. I'm sure you don't want to want it
Yeah.
back.
I might. I've lost a lot.
Can you do that? I've never seen anyone take blood back before. I'm sorry. Should I just have waited for you to leave first, and then I could take it? I don't really get the how this is meant. These levels of politeness that works. I'm going to be upright front for you. This is my life. I like to explore and make things. At least I'm doing it up in front of you.
Yeah, you know what? Work away.
Can I hear the ship getting closer?
You don't even need to hear it. You all feel it. You have no idea what happens, but you all feel this feel, and the ship kind of rocks a bit. That is what you feel.
As soon as I feel that, I'll probably pick Revenant up and move him out of the hold.
Okay, you successfully do. As you are moving up out of the hull, where is everybody else? I think Gizmo, you're staying down. You get your sample. Cashé, you're already up there.
Mm-hmm.
Al, where are you?
Once everyone, I'd probably be, wherever everyone else is
Okay.
gathered,
Yeah, so-
ready for landing.
You all kind of gather up. In striking contrast to the airship that you're currently on, you all see a very large skyship approach you. Airships in this particular area use the balloon. This is actually a full-sailed skyship. A naval vessel in particular that seems to just be flying next to you. You see these almost like landing gear type claws that have latched onto the side of your airship and has pulled you a little bit closer to this massive skyship. I will show you if I have a photo, which I think I do.
Dun 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 dun. Drum roll, please.
Did it pop up there?
Not yet.
No.
I try it this way.
Ooh,
Oh,
look
wow.
at that beauty.
So, looks like a kind of a regular naval ship, except that they has very large engines at the back, blinding blue light blasting from them. The sails reflect and refract, just like the balloon that the airship you're currently on, seems to be picking up the solar rays as the sun is coming up. You do see that at the top, near the top of the sails, you do see a silver-crested moon encompassing a golden sun, which, to Cashé, you recognize this as the symbol of the Avasha Republic Alliance. And on the side of the ship, you can see the word Amaroth written.
Friends of yours, Cashé?
Unfortunately, our classmate.
Oh.
Yes. Ship locks you into place, and you all watch as a kind of a boarding, not even a board, but something goes across the both so that that people can cross. And you all watch as dressed in a military uniform very similar to Caché's, finely pressed. He has short, icy blonde hair trimmed tight around the ears, cuffed to kind of one side. He walks slowly on board, arms kind of put at his back. There are 4 officers of lower rank flanking him. You see very large rifles on their backs, and one of them seems to have a very large white raven on their shoulder. The captain of your airship kind of, Air Colonel, it's a pleasant surprise. Welcome aboard. You all watch this individual. Yes, it would seem you have a traitor on board, Captain. We can't have you entering our beloved city at the risk of their escape. Where is the prisoner? We are here to escort them. Goodbye, Ricky.
Bye-bye.
Are you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, so he looks around to everyone. We are here to bring the prisoner aboard the Amaranth and escort you back to safer airspace. Captain, oh, well, of course, whatever you deem is best in this situation. It was actually one of your own, kind of looks around for you. Cashé, yes, Air Colonel Cashé helped with grabbing the prisoner. We'll move to the side, and then he just looks down. Why is there blood on my deck?
Hello. It's been a while.
Yes, I was informed that you were involved. Captured a radical, it seems.
Unfortunately, but you know how radicals are. She stabbed the guard during the night and has since jumped off the side of the ship. The blood below you is my man's.
Revenant's just like waving up.
Oh, I wouldn't have taken you out here. I would have taken you underneath
Oh, okay.
the cabins.
Okay, so you two are not actually up here on...
I would have tried to take him away from the major vessel back into the cabins. Find a place where we can, I can put him where he wouldn't be disturbed.
Revenant, do you go with?
Yep.
Okay, so you two have disappeared. So Cachet, currently up with you is Gizmo and Al.
Okay.
And Humphrey. Why the fuck not?
Woo! Best support.
He somehow made it up those stairs.
It's probably like from last night. He's been trying. I just forgot to tell him I was going to bed.
Oh my god.
God's sake.
Oh.
You could have at least just booted him up there. It'd be quicker.
No, I don't have the strength.
Oh, yeah.
You, Cachet, watch Kiliad look at you, shake his head. Why am I not surprised? Trouble seems to follow you everywhere, doesn't it?
Unfortunately so. I'm sure if I had a ship at my back, this wouldn't have happened.
I was under the impression that after your little stunt at the ceremony, you were supposed to be on leave.
I am.
Well, I see that you're not enjoying your holiday as a commoner then.
It was more helping, escorting.
And am I right to believe that this individual, this radical, was actually under your charge?
She was the nanny of House Altine. Would you like to question them on this matter?
Oh, believe me, we are already questioning them. But I do believe it might be you that needs to be questioned next.
And why so?
She escaped on your watch.
Are you implying I did not do my duty?
I'm not implying anything. Must be bad luck, right? That's what you usually use for your reasons. Bad luck.
No one has made a flaw of my decision making before. So bad luck is the only way to explain it.
Well, it seems this was an absolute waste of time. Did you get anything at least? Any information about what was their plan, who they're working for, anything useful?
No, you know how they are. Tight-lipped, and as you said, I'm not working right now. I didn't think it proper to do a full interrogation.
Deception check.
My deception. Be good from 6. So that's a 14.
Ooh. Okay. Okay. Good to know.
Gizmo believes you.
Kind of looks down at the blood, looks at the trail that leads to the side of the ship. Well, at least she's gone, I guess. That's one positive. Very well. There's nothing more that you can provide to me right now. I do believe that you've been summoned.
I have. A debriefing, 2 days.
Very good. Kind of looks over the rest of you, Gizmo, Al. Captain, it's been pleasure. Looks over at captain of your airship, and Carl just kind of, pleasure, yes. He just doesn't really say anything. He's just kind of awkwardly looking at the blood, looking at you, Cashé. He is just quite confused at what the whole situation going on. But Air Colonel gives you a nod. I guess I will see you around. Hopefully you don't lose your edge before then. He starts to walk off.
Just mutter under my breath, just very fucking stick his asshole. I don't know who heard that, but as long as he didn't.
He does stop right towards the end and look back over at the captain. We will be escorting you back to Manira at this point. Your ship will be grounded until further notice. There will be a inspector to meet you. I do expect you all to do what he says. Thank you. He goes off. Boards his ship. You all kind of hear and feel the feeling of the kind of claws, almost the docking claws release you. The airship stays, or the skyship stays very close to your airship, but you continue on, getting a little bit more of the wind to your back as you move forward. I dare ask this. Is there anything anybody wants to do before you land?
I would just make sure no one disturbs Revenant.
Okay. So you two
Yeah,
are...
I kind of want to stay alive before we land.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll make sure you stay alive.
You're not bleeding anymore. Like you're still hurt, but you're not like profusely bleeding anymore. So.
Yeah, I'll try and keep him alive.
Okay.
How many hours till we land?
You're quite close at this point. You can actually start to see some of the land coming up through the ocean. So, if there's nothing more anybody wants to do in this time. Okay.
Worse.
No, I think that's it.
You once more hear the captain's voice come over those little kind of glowing orbs in and around the ship. Guests of the Silver Countess, we will be starting our descent into Manira shortly. Please be sure to secure any loose luggage in your cabins, clock forges, maybe secure yourselves. If you wish to see the most breathtaking descent into the city, I recommend you come up to the upper decks. The crews will be securing the doors for landing. Thank you. Voice disappears again.
Ooh, breathtaking views. Oh, I should probably go and secure Humphrey.
Yes, do that.
I'll do that.
For Humphrey. Okay, you successfully secure Humphrey.
There was actually
Yes.
one thing that I forgot to mention at the end of the long rest, if you don't mind me going back.
Of course.
I would have replaced out one of my infusions, so I would have got rid of the lantern revealing, just have a normal lantern, put that in my packet, and just taking 2 cogs, I would turn them into a pair of sending stones. That's it.
You've gone silent.
Who else? Oh, Amber.
It doesn't want you to get into Manera, apparently.
Not at all.
But, without further ado... This here.
Feeling better?
Yes, a bit.
Are you two staying down below?
I'll ask him if he wants to go upstairs or if he's better down here.
What time of day is it?
It's probably about 10 a.m. or so.
And sun's coming up, or sun is up.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay where I am.
Okay.
I'll just look out the window then.
Okay. Rest of you? You up on the decks or are you staying in?
I'm up on the decks, but I have my helmet on.
Perfect.
Then secured Humphrey, and the rest of my stuff. I will.
I'll secure
Stay
myself
Watch
in
the
my,
view.
my room.
Okay, so Gizmo, you're still in your room. Lovely. So, then this will just be Alan Cashé. And a few of you will see some of these things from the windows. But those of you on the upper decks of the airship, you slowly begin to make your descent down the sky. You pass through large, wet clouds like a hot knife through butter. You can even smell the fresh rain that's in the air. As you break through the last of the clouds, you begin to see the edges of a magnificent city sprawled ahead of you. Wild ocean waves curling up the sides, the edges of these massive cliffs that raise the city above sea level. For both of you, well, I should say one, this place looks larger than even the capital city of Austro-Acadia, Al. It is impressive. Pearly white walls that have striking maroon roofs that encase just a massive metropolis. You can see high towers connected to cable lines, paved streets packed with people. There's a river that runs through the center of Manera, and you see large barges and vessels ferrying goods out either towards the docks or even further inland. This airship continues to descend slowly, and you can see the shadow start to encompass parts of the city. And you pass by floating structures being held aloft by arcane balloons and spinning turbines. These floating islands above the city, scattered about the whole place. You can see as you get close to one there on the right side of the ship, you see strong cables attaching it to the ground, and there's gondolas that seem to be moving up and down. Slowly, you begin to make your way towards the centermost part of the city, an island between the two halves of Manera. You can see a skyport erected high above you all, similar to the one that is in Austro-Acadia, but nothing as grand. You can see there's quite a few more docking stations, smaller vessels, currently attached with a few other skyships. As you pass over a heavily industrial side of the city, you see thick plumes of smoke and soot drift into the air. You can smell burning coal and hot iron. Everywhere you look, there's something to take in. You see carriages being pulled by golden metal horses that are powered by steam. Folk are walking about in large markets that are just encompassed with colorful tents. Traveling carts. You see gardens with massive fountains. This entire city is alive with glimmers of technology. And you can see it in almost all of its architecture. The rest of you from the windows can see all of these things and just bits and pieces as you pass the floating isle, the parts of the city as well. It's like nothing many of you have ever seen before, but Cashé, you've come home. So let me show you what you see.
As we're kind of floating over it all, I'll kind of whisper loud enough that Al will be able to hear and just be like, and that's what I'm protecting.
The gem. Really incredible.
Welcome to Manira, everyone. The city of
Is there any chance to get that picture sent into the Discord? Because I couldn't get into the game earlier.
I will send it now. One second. Maps. You won't have some of the little points that everyone else can see, but I can show you later, so.
Awesome.
So, as you all are taking in the sights of the city of Manira, those of you on the top deck will begin to hear the woo sound as the Ethereum core seems to dim slightly. The balloon, though, is still fluttering with life. You can see the golden beads being carried down into the center of the ship. It seems that the solar sails are what are powering the ship at the moment as the Ethereum core comes down. And as you glide closer and closer to the middle part here, this air harbor here, you all kind of hear the sound as the airship docks into place. And I think that is where we will call it tonight. So, thank you all for joining us this evening, and we will see you in our next episode.
Aye.
Quick question.
Oh,
Quick question. Did Fran make it back to me?
Yes, she's back to you.
Okay.
okay.
I was kind of worried about that. Okay, I'm happy to end it, so.
I forget things quite a lot, yes.
Yeah.
That's the last line of the episode.
Yeah.
Hashtag friends okay.
Hashtag friends okay.
Fran is safe, yeah.
Brian safe.
Oh, brilliant.